we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go, set. Let's go, charge.
The slot man in motion right.
Ready.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The Niners are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Throwing now is Lance.
Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the 2nd-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Shotgun now from Murray. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Buying time, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll take this forward to the 27. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
First down, here's Mitchell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And now they'll throw with Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down for Ayuk, quietly coming off a career year for the 49ers. Got over 1,000 yards on his final catch of the regular season. Did that and caught 8 touchdowns despite playing with 3 different quarterbacks over the course of the year.
Fight 60. Ready.
Lance now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Lance wants to change him up.
Cycles.
Here's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Murray now to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in the second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Pulled in at the 24. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 55 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their... on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready?
And they'll go for it. Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt? And
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
from the gun to give to Mitchell. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. Touchdown!
Elijah Mitchell from 8 yards out. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
From the gun, Murray.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Prater's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara.
Both these teams
with the
running through their
49ers
final
out in
adjustments
front.
before they head
As we
out
send you
for the
cross
second half.
country to
Time for us to
Orlando.
go back
Jonathan
to
Coachman
Levi's
is there and
Stadium.
has our
As
EA
we'll hand it
Sports
back
halftime
over
report.
to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. First down, Murray. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Play fake. Murray. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Let's go. Come back.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here.
On second down, here's Murray. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
A Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On play action, Lance. Man open, no it's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Red, yellow. Ready?
Now Lance throwing on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call that a 40. With a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A give left side to Robinson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Murray off play action. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Murray looking to change the play here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyson Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Swim.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one swung out to Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Prater's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go set.
Here's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Lance looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Needle blue.
Right back to Mitchell here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 2nd down.
22 needle. Set.
Now Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Let's go.
What can they come up with here?
Shot.
It's
17.
3rd and 7.
Blaster. 6. Slice blue. Set. Hunt.
Lance back to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
What a play. You got to use one of those timeouts.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go.
Well,
Here
this
we go.
offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Trouble.
Now
38.
Lance looking to change it up.
Ready?
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Let's go now.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Set.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
For the 49ers field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?